Alright, so I'm sitting here this morning and I thought, I haven't showed you guys the garden, and it's so strange this year. It's a really, I don't know what you guys think. Let me know, but it's a really strange growing year. So those are my potatoes, and they've been buried at least 3 feet in the ground. It's insane how gigantic they are. This is the stream, and of course there's Ditch Kitty. And we decided to change up the waterfall. Ooh, oh, bless you, Kitty. And see, we've got slate up here. We decided we're going to put slate all the way through. The rocks just, I don't know, we kind of like it better. It looks more sleeker this way. And then we got like an actual puddle pump, which is way better. I got it for 25 bucks at those bin stores. Fantastic deal. Things are usually 200 bucks. Doesn't make any noise. Way better. We still gotta figure out how to hide it more. But this is the poppy garden. So now this is what it should look like, but with bigger poppies. If you see this big one here, and this is California poppy, and these are regular poppies, and that's called not a sunflower. Anyway, everything got covered with grass this year, like so bad. So this was all grass. I had to dig it all out, and then I heavily seeded because the only plants that grew were that one and that one. So I dug it all out, heavily seeded, and then it should have looked like this. Instead, we're back to that. So I've been digging it out. So what it should look like, what it does look like. Then this is my calendula patch. Now, I've been growing this for, 5 years? 6 years, 7 years, this is the 7th year. This has never been covered with grass. This is what it should look like, but that's what it does look like. So I gotta get in there and try to get this grass out again. So I had to do the same thing with this. I had to dig it all out. You can see there's 1, 2, 3, 4. Those were the only calendulas that grew. The rest I've had to reseed. So this is all, you can see they're all babies. Tons and tons of them growing. But this is interesting. This here is, we used to have, I don't know if you remember, there was a big old stump there, and I had my turtle on it. Here, we moved the stump, and there was 1 million sunflowers. So we thought we'd let them grow. There's at least 500 sunflowers growing in here. If you look, it's amazing. We're just going to see how it turns out and which one's winning and how many blooms we actually get. It's pretty amazing, actually. But yeah, so these are all you can see I reseeded, and so it kind of worked better over here. I still got some grass growing through. And then this, I don't even know what to think of this. This, I don't know if anybody remembers, but it was a white daisy, and it was the kind of daisy that went like this was all just big and white and beautiful, and now I've got 3 stems of something yellow. I have no idea what happened here. This looks more like a, what do you call those things? I can't remember. Anyway, I don't know what happened there. Now this, same thing, got taken over by weeds, so I had to heavily reseed, but it worked better in this one. They all got kicked over from the storm. It was way more pretty a couple days ago. But anyway, same thing happened here. Just a ton of sunflowers grew in one spot. So we're going to let them grow and see what happens. And then there's always the end. Now these are always, now this part always gets taken over by this many weeds, because this is the zinnias. Oh, right there. And they are slow growers. But they're doing okay. Half my sunflowers didn't come up. Half of them just dropped dead. It's a really strange growing year, but I think it looks pretty good anyway.